Right, so it's been a while since we've done a What's in the Bag. Loads of you guys have been posting your comments. Please do a What's in the Bag. So we're going to do one today on Piers. We might do mine a little bit later. Now, we are here in Switzerland at the moment at Engadine Golf Club. We're actually doing some coaching and some videos out here over the next few days. And the scenery behind you can't see, but it is absolutely spectacular. We're going to play the course later as well. So maybe we show you in the trailer before this what it looks like around here.
Yes.
So right, Piers, we're going to look through your bag today. We're going to have a look at what you've got: irons, set makeup, driver, spec, wedges, the whole lot. And we're also going to have a look at TrackMan to look at some of the data that you're getting.
Okay.
To see why you've gone for what you've gone in these clubs and sort of what numbers you like to see as well.
Yeah.
So let's start then. Let's start with the putter.
Start with the putter, shall we?
Start with the putter. Work our way up.
Okay, so we have got a tailor-made itsy bitsy spider putter. This is from a couple of years ago now. It's got the line on the top, which is very important for me. You may have seen the fitting video we did at the Kingdom. That line is very, very important for me regarding alignment, obviously. Grip, slightly thicker grip. We've got an airport just right next door, so private jets has just gone flying over. So slightly thicker grip as well, 34-inch length in the shaft. I actually think it's probably my favourite putt I've ever had. We were saying this the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, pretty stable. Good face.
Wedges, okay. I've got the mill grind wedges, tailor-made, and we've got 60, 56, and 52. Now, look at that Miramar golf stamp on there as well, Andy. I got that done, which is nice. But I like to go with the 3-wedge system just because I prefer to hit fuller swings.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a little bit different. We'll talk about that in your video, but I prefer to hit fuller swings. And I also do a lot of chipping with my 56-degree sandwich as well. And you can see it's slightly different. So this has actually been a couple of modifications, just having a little bit of a play with this KBS Tour wedge shaft. But you can see the back, it's not a fault with the club, it's rusty because it's specifically been ground off on the back edge by one of the tailor-made fitters. This was just looking at the profile of how my club interacted with the ground. By taking that back edge off, when I open the face up a little bit, it actually helps me with my contact with the ground. So
key on the wedges, being able to use the sole of the club.
It is. And then when we go to the other wedges, I've got Project X 6.5, which I've got throughout the set. So throughout the set of the irons, so we've got P770 irons, 6.5s as we say. Again, we went from PSIs last year, which were like very powerful.
Rockets.
They were like rockets. These aren't quite as powerful, still long, but not quite as powerful. And the feel is really nice and they look superb.
It's nice to get back to a forged head because really from the irons, for you, it's not necessarily about hitting it as far as you can get it. Yeah. It's about hitting consistent distances.
It is. And they go slightly higher for me as well than the PSIs did as well, which actually is a good thing. You'll see that when I'm hitting my shots. I do have a kind of a height that I would like to hit the golf ball.
So you got wedge all the way to 3-iron?
Well, I have got wedge all the way to 3-iron, but some people are going to look at this video and go, how come he's got 15 clubs in his bag? So what I will do, depending on the course I'm playing, I've actually got a 2-iron in here as well. So the old TaylorMade RSI UDI 2-iron, which I'll use if I'm playing a tight golf course. I want to hit the fairways. Otherwise, that'll come out of the bag and the 3-iron and the 4-iron will be in there. M2, fairway metal.
M2 fairway,
been trying a few. And this is the winner at the moment. So a 3 metal, 16.5 high launch, which is interesting, but found really good results with this. Project X has us 6.0 T1100 with a 75-gram weight to it. Now I'm normally 6.5, the same as the irons, but we had a word with a fitter and actually gone slightly heavier to sort of add a little bit of stiffness to it.
Right, the driver. Everybody loves the driver, don't they? So what have you got in this one?
This is where it gets a little bit interesting. So M1, exactly the same shaft, has the shaft in there as the 3-wood. I've got it set at in sort of neutral loft, but I've actually had the club cranked a little bit more upright. Now this isn't something you can do normally, but the reason was to help me with my bad shot. My bad shot was too much to the right. By cranking the club more upright, the face is looking a little bit more to the left. So I hate pushing it out to the right. So we designed this club with what I was doing with my swing changes as well. That's a good thing with M1. I think you can do that, or any adjustable driver. You can actually change your golf swing as you're going along. So 10.5. You'll also notice, and we'll talk a little bit about the technique in a moment. The weights, we'll see both weights are in the back track. Again, that's slightly different. Normally I have one in the front track as well. This is just getting as much weight behind the golf ball as possible to get me a little bit more spin. I'm generally a low spinner, aren't you? Spinning golf hitter. And that's why I like the height with the irons as well, by the way.
Yeah, so it's all about really, again, giving a bit more spin in this to get it in the air and get it carrying, a bit more control. And again, for this one, really is the consistency, so the balls can come down.
It is indeed
a little bit more consistent.
And the golf ball's changed it a little bit using TP5X, so that golf ball spins a little bit less, but it launches it higher. So it's a very similar trade-off, but definitely need to make sure I've got that with this driver.
Okay, so we've had a good look at what he's got. Let's get hitting. Let's start with the irons. We can warm up to the driver. Let's go with the mid iron and see what the data's saying. Okay, what you got, 7-iron there,
7-iron we've got here.
So let's fire a couple away. Let's hit a shot, and then we'll take a look at the data, talk through a few numbers, and pick your brains a little, basically.
Okay. A little bit out the toe.
Okay, let's have a look what we've got here. So we'll get a few shots again and
hit a few more.
Take a look.
Keep hitting it.
So so a quick one of that one. Club path 1 degree to the right.
Okay.
Face to path slightly closed. Attack angle 5 down. Total yardage 175. So 170 carry. Again, a bit off the toe there. That would have killed a bit of speed.
Yeah. It's better. Still a bit toey.
Better, yeah. So generally, Piers, what shot shape do you like to see with your irons?
Do you know what? Virtually none. Virtually none. I mean, the wind is quite hard off the right here, but I will look when I'm playing. If I can get more so now, if I can get a half a yard or 1 yard of fade, that's great.
Okay.
Based on what I'm doing with my golf swing. But if it goes absolutely straight, I've got no problem with that.
I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure you haven't.
I don't need to see a shape. I don't need to see a shape.
So the more of a neutral flight.
Yeah.
Okay, hit me one more, then we'll just talk through a couple of numbers.
Okay.
That was nice.
That was out the middle.
You happy with that one?
Yeah, it was good.
That was pretty neutral. Okay, and that was interesting because the first two shots were sort of a little more of a draw. That was really neutral, hardly any shape on that one. And the first two shots, Piers, you had a positive path, so the path was out to the right. That one was slightly negative, so it was minus 0.3 club path, so it was slightly left.
Yeah.
The face to path was plus 1.2, so slightly open to that.
Perfect.
Which is obviously what you've done. But you still hit it 184 yards carry with that one. 96 club speed. Swing direction was 4.4 degrees to the left.
Okay.
Now for some of you guys, swing direction and club path are very different. Piers was swinging the club to the left there, but because his attack angle was 6 degrees down, it neutralizes the actual path of the club out. So that's what you need to do. In order for you to get that, Piers, because you hit 6 degrees down on that, you need to swing left.
I do.
In order to get that sort of club path balanced out.
And it's a big thing that we're doing. You'll see in the driver in a moment, but the issue I sometimes get is that the handle raises up here a little bit too much. Path can be a bit too much to the right, and then I'm mishitting and I'm misdirecting. So I'm really not consistent from there.
So those numbers there, is that something that you'd be looking to achieve? Would you be happy
with
those?
That'll be about right, yeah. So you can see that's, it's good. Let's have a quick look at the height. 110, it's slightly into the breeze. I'm thinking anything around about 100 feet in the air. That was 110. It's going to be fine for me because it gives me the control coming into the green. So my spin normally isn't the highest. I think the one thing that happened to me when they changed and the clubs got even better and better and better, I lost an advantage definitely as regards distance anyway, because the old equipment would spin it a little bit more and I didn't lose as much distance.
Yeah. Okay, I mean that's do you know what? I think you should quit while you're ahead there. That was really good. That was a good shot. But again, I mean that's really what you're after, isn't it? And then I know in previous months, Piers, when you were getting fitted for these, your path was 3 or 4 degrees more to the right.
Yes.
So that has come down because Piers is working on getting the path a little more left and certainly swinging the club a little more left.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, right, driver then. Let's hit one, and then we'll have a look at some of the numbers, and then we'll talk through maybe some of the things that you're doing in your swing and how it looks on here.
Okay. All right.
Do you like this driver? Are you happy with it?
Room in here for my arms to swing. Yes, I love it. I really do. I like last year's, and the good thing is they haven't done massive changes to it. So yeah, I really like it.
So a baby cut there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a little look at what we've got then. So first of all, let's start with the club path.
Okay.
Negative 0.9.
Okay.
So again, slight left. Attack angle 1 degree down, 1.1 degree down. Club speed 116.9 and face to path 0.4. That's a plus 0.4. So slightly open to the path there. Ball speed 170, height 157 feet. So Again, this is something that you're moving towards, Piers,
Yeah.
getting the club a little more left. I know
Yeah.
your bad shot. Well, your bad shot, you hate it going right, don't you?
I do hate it going right. So as we said, like we were saying with the iron there, if the path is too much to the right and the handle is coming up here, you know, there's a lot of rotation coming on through the club face to help square things up. Throughout the hitting area, should I say, rotation of the club face through the hitting area. So I just felt that I could miss it right, yes, but I could miss it left as well. And driving, I'd either hit it miles or I'd just miss the course.
Yeah.
So what I've worked really hard at with the club, getting the different lie angle of it and getting the weights in the back, teeing the golf ball a lot lower. As soon as you tee the golf ball a lot lower, it's harder to get that movement through the golf ball. So by teeing the golf ball lower and then feeling as I'm swinging through the shot, the whole of the club is coming more round to my left. So it feels a lower, flatter follow through and then finish. It allows me to feel as though I can get the club swinging more to the left and play a little bit of a fade. We played golf the other day. My good shots were a fade. My bad shots were slightly out the heel and they still hit the fairway.
Definitely, yeah. And it just stabilises the face, doesn't it? So the bad shots now that you mentioned there
Yeah.
are so much better. And you can see that when Piers has played, him swinging more left, he still hits the ball a good way. Piers doesn't need to hit it any further, really. There's no advantage, really, because as soon as he goes to try and optimise it, his drive, then it becomes too inconsistent. And
Yeah.
it's sometimes hitting it as far as you can get it isn't always the way. And we'll maybe demonstrate one in a moment. Well, we'll do a couple more of these first, yeah.
Another stock one here. Okay.
And we'll see how, like you say, yes, we potentially could hit more distance by hitting up, but sometimes beautiful shot there. That one isn't going to do you any harm at all.
So that's hardly moved with the wind, so it's a dead straight golf shot. So that means it probably was cutting because of the wind.
So that one there, this is where, that is exactly where Piers would love to be. So let's look at club path, negative 1.1. Perfect.
Perfect.
Face to path slightly closed, so negative 0.7.
So maybe ever so slightly out the heel.
Yep, slightly out the heel. Attack angle 1 degree down again. Again, not optimum for distance, but for being in play, potentially a really good one. No, for you, would be good for you. 117.9 club speed and 173.3 ball speed. 289 carry and 308.7 yards total.
Okay.
So you can see he's hitting a little fade there, but still carrying it just shy of 290. So it just shows, doesn't it? Again, you've got to find a club and a driver that's going to, yes, create distance, but be consistent and get the golf ball in play. You wouldn't, if you could hit 10 of those around.
Let's have a look at that, Andy, because I need to see it, and make sure you're not sort of joking here. Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely perfect, isn't it? Yeah, really happy with that. I'm just going to change that in there to that. Yep, very happy with that. Okay, right. Do you say optimise?
Okay, so yeah, Piers is going to have a real good example now of teeing the golf ball higher, trying to hit the golf ball as far as he can carry.
So this is something we were only really going to do when the hole provides you the opportunity to do it. So if it's a par 5, if it's a shortish par 4, a risk reward. So we are talking risk reward. We're talking, is there a good enough risk? So can I reach the par 5 in 2 or can I reach the par 4 in 1? Then I could employ this shot. But as we've said, you know, it generally isn't good to do that on every hole. You'll hit some great drives, but you'll hit some stinkers.
Yeah, if there's a bit of room around and you could open your shoulders, then this is the place to do it, isn't it?
So I've teed the golf ball up probably nearly an inch higher, okay? So from here, the golf ball is going further forward in the stance. We did that video with DJ, and that was a big thing that he did to get more distance. So we were 1 degree down. So by teeing, 1 degree down, by teeing the golf ball higher, and putting the ball further forward in the stance, we should get a better attack angle for optimum anyway. It's just gone a little right.
Certainly higher.
Still in the air, still in the air, still in the air.
So what we're going to look at really here is the attack angle. We're going to look at the carry distance because it was definitely a lot higher and see if there's any difference. Now the club speed was pretty much the same, 116.8. But look at the attack angle here, plus 3.4. Totally different.
Massive difference.
Carry 293.8. So a slight jump up in carry.
Yep.
I don't think you quite middled that one, Piers.
No, let's get another one then. Let's get another one.
We'll do another one. I want to see if we can get a 300 carry. I don't know whether you've got it in you.
300 carry. Now he's just throwing down the gauntlet.
I don't think you can get that far now, Piers. It is your birthday in a couple of days as well, so
It is actually. Send me some
Another
birthday
year older.
messages, please. Actually, my birthday will have gone by the time this video goes up, probably.
okay,
All right, so tee it high, ball forward. Not going to do anything else really different in my swing. I may feel as I put a little bit more effort in the downswing. Okay.
Good again, higher.
So high, isn't it? That's strange actually for me to see that. That's how high it used to go. It's a little bit strange for me to see that now.
Okay, so better numbers, almost 120 mile an hour ball speed on that one. Sorry, club speed. Attack angle plus 3.6, carry 289. That was just spinning a lot. That was probably a little low off the face there, really.
Face, maybe.
But it just shows, doesn't it? I mean, your attack angle was up there, Piers.
Yeah.
If you could have had that, maybe hit it higher on the face, that spin rate would have dropped, the carry would have been up.
Yeah.
But from a consistency point of view, and
Yes.
certainly I've seen it on the course when I've played with you recently, that is hitting more fairways, but still creating long distances with the driver, and I think it's so key. Yes, optimum. You can get carried away with that, but finding the fairway consistently with this is really important too. So
it is massively important for me. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's a pretty decent spread.
Consistent. A bit more practice, and you'll have this nailed in.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, guys, right, I hope you enjoyed that. A bit of a sneak peek of what Piers has in his bag and sort of how he thinks and what he likes to see from his golf clubs. I think I'll do mine next, and maybe show you a little bit of what I like. Very different to Piers, but again, this is what it's all about, finding clubs that suit your game and what you like to see. So post any comments and questions down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you soon. So we hope you enjoyed the video. Now, Piers, look, if the guys watching this want to improve their golf even more, what should they do?
They must click on this link in the corner, which takes you straight to meandmygolf.com, sign up for the 30-day free trial. As we know, August is all about on the course, so we know it's going to help improve your golf. We'll see you there.